about the decision matrix.
Red pill, blue pill.
You got it? Okay, now what happens is with the decision matrix, you use a rank scale. Rank scale to rank what your designs are. So normally you either have like 4 or 5 designs, and then these designs, like say we'll say number. Well, in this case we'll use 3. 1, 2, and 3.
It's terrible.
It's just a chart, okay? Over here will be your total. And then this here is your constraints. Like right here we'll put like fun and probable. And we just rank them like 5, and 3, and 4, and 1. In this case this one ends up at 9 and this one ends up at 4. So that means that design number 1 beat design number 2. Alright? Now we're going to continue. Calvin, switch it.
Oh. Sorry. We're going to go into teamwork now, because teamwork is important.
Alright, here we are. We're going to do teamwork. Now, to make a project, you're going to want to have effective teamwork so that you can get something done.
What's gotta work? Teamwork.
Get something done at the same
What's
time.
gotta work? Teamwork.
Do me a favor, change the slide.
A team is a collection of individuals, each with
You're
his
not
or her
talking,
own
he is.
expertise,
No.
brought together to benefit a common goal. How to develop a team. Step 1. Team members come together to identify the team's mission. We're on tape. Step 2. Team members establish group norms. What are group norms, Matthew?
Group norms are the team's guidelines that they use with each other. And that's how they develop to make sure that each person's always on task.
Step 3. Identify team members' strengths and weaknesses. Matthew, how do you identify strengths and weaknesses?
You identify strengths and weaknesses by determining what someone's good and bad at. Like sometimes people can be good at building things and other times people can be good at programming things. It all depends on the person.
All of these come together to create a strong team which can analyze each norm and discuss its impact on the team and overall goal. Because what's most important is the overall goal.
Next, we're going to do design briefs. And this is like when a client talks to you about designing something for them. They pay you for it.
There are multiple parts to the design brief. The client, the designer, the problem statement, the design statement, parts of the design statement, which is constraints, and then finally the deliverables. Matthew, why don't we talk about what's the importance of a good design statement?
A design statement is, in this case we're going to do a problem statement. A problem statement is someone tells you what the problem is. Like for this example, like for a locker, they say my school locker's a mess. How can you fix it for me? And then you have to develop how you're going to fix it, and you show that in a design statement. I'm going to fix this by making a shelf or making some sort of sorting thing or sorting mechanism.
Now remember, good problem statement and design statement are two very different things. The problem statement actually doesn't give anything away for the actual design. The design statement walks you step by step on what's actually going to be created.
Alright guys, good morning.
Alright, some examples of constraints can be the time you have to build, the money that you have to build it, because you're always going to buy parts and you're going to hire people. You gotta establish codes like that, code of conduct. You gotta have materials and manufacturing processes, and then physical attributes like size and weight, because it can't be too large or too small.
It's always good to know your constraints, because you need to know your constraints for your design. If you don't know your constraints, you cannot actually create a very high-functioning object.
It's also important to take into account what kind of resources you'll be working with.
Thank you, Nick. And then finally, the deliverables. What's actually being given to the client to show that you are, in fact, working. Finally, we have... That's it, actually. That's our overview of 1.4.
Thank you very much.